Well, hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson we are going to be talking about angle of elevation. So, what is just angle of elevation? When looking up to an object, the angle of elevation is formed by an observer's line of sight and a horizontal line. So in our illustration, as we can see here, the little boy, as he looks up to the top of the lighthouse, and if he were to look straight onto the horizon, there is an angle that is formed. That angle is what we call the angle of elevation. Now, I like to simply look at angle of elevation and depression for that matter as just simply a real life word problem for trig, sine, cosine, and tangent. So let's look at example 1. Draw and label a diagram, then solve for the missing part. Round our answers to the nearest tenth. So let's look at this. Well, Casey sights the top of an 84-foot tall lighthouse at an angle of elevation of 58 degrees. If Casey is 6 feet tall, how far is he standing from the base of the lighthouse? So let's draw our lighthouse here. We can actually draw a little illustration. As you can see, Casey is over here standing. Got some curly hair, obviously. Now, what do we know about Casey? Well, first of all, with his line of sight, he sights the top of the lighthouse, and of course we can draw and form a right angle. Now, 3 values that we know. First of all, the lighthouse is 84 feet tall. Casey is 6 feet tall. And the angle of elevation, what we have right here, is 58 degrees. Now, why does that matter? Well, when we look at our triangle now, since the lighthouse is 84 and Casey is 6 feet tall, well, the triangle is actually only 78 feet tall. 84 minus 6. And then our angle of elevation is still 58 degrees. We are looking for x. We want to know how far he is standing from the base of the triangle. So, as we can recall, our SOHCAHTOA, we have an angle of 58 degrees. In reference to that angle, we have the opposite and adjacent. So we are looking at the tangent of 58 degrees equals 78 over x. With x in the denominator, we can switch it out. So x equals the tangent, that is my bad. X is equal to 78 divided by the tangent of 58 degrees. So 78 divided by the tangent of 58 comes out to approximately 48.7 feet. 48.7 feet. So our answer of 48.7 feet. That's what we have here. Okay, let's look at another example. Example number 2. And 3 will be coming up. Number 2. The angle of elevation from a kicker's foot on the football field to the top of the goalpost bars is 17 degrees. If he is standing 131 feet from the base of the goalpost, how tall is the goalpost? Okay, so now we're looking at the kicker's foot. Well, the foot is going to be on the ground, so we don't have to take in consideration the height this time. So let's draw our triangle, and we have 131 feet away. we have a 17-degree angle of elevation, and we want to know how high the goalpost actually is. Once again, opposite over adjacent. So we are looking at the tangent of 17 degrees is equal to x over 131. So x equals 131 times the tangent 17 degrees. Plugging that into our calculator, tangent 17 times 131 gives us approximately 40.1 feet. So the goalpost is approximately 40.1 feet tall. So, number 3, Leah's mom is standing at the bottom of the slide at the playground, waiting for Leah to slide down. If the angle of elevation from the bottom of the slide to the top is 46 degrees, and the slide has a vertical height of 9 feet, find the length of the slide. All right, so now this one's going to be a little bit different. So as we can look and see, we have, once again, of course, a right triangle. Of course, that's right triangle in our last example as well. The angle of elevation is 46 degrees. We're told that it has a vertical height of 9 feet. 9 feet. We want to know how long the slide is. So we have our opposite and our hypotenuse. So that is sine 46 degrees. It's equal to 9 over x. X is in the denominator. Let's switch it out. So x equals 9 over the sine 46 degrees. And that is approximately 12.5 feet. 12.5 feet. So, and our last example number 4. What I would really like for you to do is to pause the video at this time and work number 4 out on your own. And after you've worked it out, start playing the video back and see if you did get it correct. Alrighty, well, welcome back. I hope that after you have worked out number 4, that you did indeed get an answer of 72.6 degrees. 72.6 degrees. Now, we're rounding to the nearest whole degree, so you should have gotten 73 degrees. And the things that we do, we want to round angles to the nearest whole degree. So let's take a look at it. A dog is standing 5 feet from the base of a tree. So we have our wonderful tree here. All right. Now, what do we know? The dog is standing 5 feet from the base of the tree and looking up at a cat that has climbed 16 feet up the tree. So 16 feet up the tree. We are looking, what is the angle of elevation? So we're looking at x. We know that the cat is 16 feet. So we are looking for x. So in reference to our angle, we have the opposite and adjacent. So that again is tangent. So tangent of x equals 16 over 5. So we have to take the inverse function, inverse tangent of 16 divided by 5, which would equal approximately 73 degrees. Now, that is angle of elevation. Tune in next time, and we will talk about angle of depression.